Good evening and welcome to the Property Preservation Commission regular meeting on Tuesday, July 28th for the City of Cerritos. And at this time, I'd like to ask Commissioner Ferrer to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. All those who are able, please rise.
Put your right hand over your heart, ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have roll call, please.
Thank you. At this time, I will proceed with roll call. Chair Spitzer,
Here.
Vice Chair Brian Ferrer,
Present.
Commissioner Chachki,
Here.
Commissioner Ann Robles,
Here.
Commissioner Westfall.
Here.
All members are present.
At this time, we have public comments and suggestions. This section is reserved for public comment on consent calendar and items not listed on the agenda, but are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Commission. Verbal comments may be limited to 3 minutes per speaker, subject to the chair extending to a maximum of 5 minutes per speaker, with a total time allotted not to exceed 45 minutes unless the chair extends. If anybody has public comments at this time, please step up to the microphone and give your name.
David Pyleman, 7842 Sun Valley Way. Over the last month, I have been able to meet with and have significant conversations with 4 council members. When I met with Mayor Linda Johnson, I began with an inquiry related to her previous advisory role within the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. I asked whether when the city developed ordinances, did they have to agree with ordinances enacted by the county, if we expected the sheriff to enforce our ordinances. Although she thinks it best for there to be coordination with the county ordinances, it is her understanding that the sheriff will enforce in the city those ordinances which the council passes. Therefore, it is my perception that when code enforcement gets to a position where they have exhausted steps within their role as a code enforcement officer, the sheriff could assist when asked. My next point is that we should encourage the different city departments to endeavor to work together for the benefit of the citizens. A parks employee should feel open to relating to code enforcement a perceived code violation. A code enforcement officer should feel open to report to parks where they see a possible issue needing parks attention. Further, community safety is responsible for the parking control officer who accompanies the street sweeper, whose work is coordinated by Public Works. The parking control officer should assist the street sweeper, ensuring that all parts of the city are covered. The parking control officer has a good view of trees or bushes that are in the way of the street sweeper and should feel comfortable in bringing this to the attention of parks. Along these lines, shouldn't the parking control officer note or cite when a basketball hoop obstructs the street sweeper? Homelessness continues to be an issue. 3 residents spoke of the impacts how this impacts their experience last night. For those who follow the news, we hear that numbers have gone up in 2 adjacent communities. Whereas it appears that code enforcement and the sheriff have been delegated the primary responsibility for working with this situation, we should call on other departments to help minimize the effects on the residents. Finally, last night, the council discussed a project where the street address on the curb of all houses would be repainted. During the discussion, one item that surfaced is that a number of residences do not have a visible house number on their structure. I believe this is an ordinance. To address some of the issues which surfaced through this discussion, I suggest code enforcement begin to write reminders to violating residences. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else for public comments? At this time, I forgot to open them, but now I'll close them. Now we have consent calendar, and we have the approval of the minutes from our Tuesday, June 30th regular meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
A motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any additions or corrections to the minutes? Seeing none, vote electronically.
All right, we are now activating the online voting system. Voting is live. And that is 5 in favor. The motion carries.
Next, we have public hearings. We have 9 of them tonight. We will be taking 6E as an elephant first, and then the others, unless somebody comes in and we need to take something else out of order. But right now, the rest of them will be in alphabetical order. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission finding that conditions constituting a property nuisance as defined in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code exist at in the 13,700 block of Hedda Circle, including visible debris, overgrown vegetation, unsightly conditions, a lack of landscape maintenance, a lack of adequate ground cover, and structure exteriors in need of repair and paint. May we have a staff report, please?
Thank you. This case will be presented by Brian Lane, Code Enforcement Officer.
Chair and members of the commission. This case was initiated on March 30th, 2026, with a notice mailed to the property on that date regarding debris stored in public view, overgrown vegetation, an unapproved unsightly walkway on the front yard, a lack of landscape maintenance on the front yard, and the wood elements on the home in need of repair and paint. A review of code enforcement records revealed this property was brought before the commission 5 times with resolutions adopted for similar violations. Since the initial inspection, staff has conducted 3 additional inspections and mailed 2 additional notifications to the property as detailed in the staff report, with the additional observation of a lack of ground cover on the July 1st, 2026 inspection. The property was posted for public hearing on July 14th, 2026. An inspection of the property today revealed no compliance, and staff has not been contacted by the homeowner. Therefore, staff recommends a resolution be adopted on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions from the commissioners of staff at this time? Okay. At this time, I will open the public hearing, and if anybody wishes to address this item, it's your opportunity to step forward to the dais and give us your name, please. Yep.
My name is Tan Yim, 13739 Hedda Circle, Cerritos, California, 90703.
Are you the owner?
Huh?
Are you the owner?
Yes, I'm the owner.
Okay. What would you like to tell us?
Several issues that I think, my house is in very bad shape. I know that my house has termite and all the wood and the failing. I don't have that to replace, and I think I need the money to fix the house. So I know they take a picture, they want to say that, but I don't think I can fix the roof of my house. The tile falling off because the wood is termite. I need to get the termite. So my house very bad shape. So that's one of the thing that one of the thing I have problem is I think the department is against me. I cannot talk to them. That's why I would like to talk to someone else, because every time I make appointment, they cancel my appointment. And when I work, the code enforcement go by, see me, and then he swing by. He doesn't talk to me. When I talk to him something, he doesn't. So for my feeling, I think they harass me. I mean, maybe whatever it is. Just like one time, a long time ago, I had a lady across my house, and the code enforcement come by, complain me about the lie that I put on my garage, and her house is right next to me. I mean, across me, not straight. The sensor have been there. And she come by, she say, the lady, now she passed away. She come there, said, that lie, I haven't had that one. Whatever, she old lady, she get that one or that one. So, something I would like talk to someone, but not the code enforcement department. I haven't tried to fix my tree on that thing, but I'm old. I don't have the thing, so I mean, my house is bad. Yes, it is. So I would like to talk to someone else, but not the code enforcement. And the other problem is, sometimes I make appointment to, and when I come there, they cancel appointment. They don't tell me. I mean, so that's for me. The code enforcement doesn't work for me. I come in there, there are certain issues. That's why I would like to talk to someone with the code enforcement or with someone else. I mean, I'm a bad step. I violate the rule. Yes, I do. So essentially, that was and then if someone can set up a time, I can go complain. But anyway, I'm in a bad step. I'm guilty of not keep up with the house. But
I do have a question. How long have you owned this house?
I own up and on. I bought it 1980 something.
Oh, so it's a long time. Okay.
Yes, I'm an old man now.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't make excuse, but
Yeah, no, I was wondering because of some of the history here, if you've only owned it recently, we
Yeah.
might look at it a little differently, but that's not
So-
the case. Well, no, what I was wondering is, since he says he's made appointments with code enforcement or tried to, and
well, it's a long time ago, and then
not since what
not
is this,
since then,
March?
because from my viewpoint, no point to talk to them. I mean, even when they come by, and I've worked in the front yard, he doesn't come to me. He doesn't talk to me, and then he left. So
This is
that's my feeling. I mean, I don't take the picture. I don't know. I mean, it seemed to me
Is
code
this
enforcement go
since-
after me. That's
since
what
the-
my feeling is. Yes.
Since the end of March, have you tried to
We-
talk
I
to
ha-
anybody?
I have a problem, but before that, even one time, I talked to the code enforcement. He went by. He said, "Hey, I need to leave town because I'm trying to fix my house." What it does is, I talked to him like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. He slammed the fire on my property, and I told him I'm gonna be out of town for a week or two because I have a family issue that I need to go. That's why. I mean,
Okay.
my house is not a good property, but from my viewpoint, that's what it is. And I would like to talk to someone else, not the code
Okay,
enforcement.
we'll get there in a second. I believe I have at least one commissioner who has a question or a comment, or Commissioner Rowless.
Hi. So since March, have you tried to contact the city at all, sir?
Well, he doesn't give me the contact, and if I make appointment to the code enforcement, the three people, I think the new gentleman, they really go after me for 1 or 2 years, I think, or whatever. That's the problem I have. Before that, I talked to a lady, I forgot what her name is, okay? And when I got the fine, at one time I got the fine, and I dispute that, and I make appointment, like tomorrow appointment, I come in there, he not show up, he don't even tell me, and then they reschedule. So that's what my viewpoint is. So,
Okay.
so I don't think, from my feeling, they go after me for whatever reason. So
Our
that's why I
people do
want to
not
talk
go
to-
go after people. You have more you want to?
So just to clarify, you haven't reached out to them with this new citation because in the previous years
Yeah,
you felt
previous,
like
and-
they've
Yeah, previously
it's-
I talked to him. I say, hey, I haven't tried to work on before this small issue, but when I talk to, I note that when I was there, he go pass by, don't tell me anything, don't talk to me what I need to do. Okay, that's my feeling. I mean,
So I think when the code enforcement officers are driving around, they're not there just for you. I think they're just
well, yeah,
go-
but if from my viewpoint, okay, I need to trim that or something, I can talk to him. Say, hey, I don't have the time. I don't have strength. I can tell him, say, what you want me to do first. Okay, he doesn't. He see me and then he gone, and then so he doesn't talk to me. I mean, if I have a problem, he should tell me. Why do I have to get done? I see him passing by, he doesn't. So that's my viewpoint. I mean, I don't make excuse. That's why I want to talk to someone or something, because a lot of time I work in the morning.
Oh, okay, hold on just a
Yeah.
sec. Do we have any staff
thank
that
you.
would like?
We'll default over to Sabrina Chan, our Director of Community
If I
Development.
may, just hearing this conversation, so it sounds like in the past there might have been difficulty meeting with staff. So I am the Director of Community Development. And I will be happy to meet with you. We do have a couple new staff members on board, so myself and perhaps our manager can meet with you after. Not we'll schedule an appointment with you to discuss the case separately. So we'd be happy.
Yeah,
Staff would be
I
happy
would
to meet
like
with
someone
you.
else too, because
course.
you know.
So I
Before I
am.
make appointment, I'm
Of
sorry,
course.
I make appointment with I think Mr. Evan or something, and then
Mhm, so-
I don't know that you the lady or not. There are 3 people on that department, and
So
it
since
seemed to me
Yeah,
doesn't work
that
for
would
me.
be that would have been a while ago.
so yeah, as
So,
the, as,
yeah, I don't
as-
know. That's one time I make appointment, complain Mr. Evan, I think that's the name, right? He the manager or something.
Sure, he has since retired with the city, so
Oh,
there's
well,
some
I
new
don't know.
staff
Yeah,
members on board,
that's-
and our team will be happy to meet with you
Okay.
and to discuss. Not a problem. And so after this, I will provide you with my contact information, and you can provide me with yours, and staff
Okay.
will be happy
Yeah,
to do
I
that.
would like to talk, to discuss. I had a problem. I mean,
Okay.
I had a problem.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank
Okay.
you. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. And just to clarify as well, he has not reached out to our staff, or else we would have
Right.
reached back.
Is there anyone else that wants to address this item right now? Okay, then I'll close the public hearing and we'll go to resolution. Do any of the other, I'm just looking over here, other commissioners have any? Okay, on this item.
Okay, thank you. At this time, staff recommends waiving the full reading of and adopting a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located at the 13700 block of Hedda Circle does constitute a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 30-day abatement period thereon.
Do I have a motion to that effect?
A motion.
Is there a second?
I second.
Thank
I have
you.
a
We have a
motion by
motion and a
Commissioner Charles.
second. Time for everybody to vote.
We are now activating the online voting system. Voting is live.
No, it isn't. Finally.
Sir, you are done. Somebody will
And we have
contact
5
you.
in
Somebody will
favor. The
speak to
motion
you.
I'm
carries.
sorry.
Sir, we'll have one of our staff come speak with you to kind of give you the next steps. Thank you.
We have another one that's out of order. Not out of order. Person's here. We're going to do 6C next. C is in cat. Review and consideration of a case. Thank you. Of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission finding that conditions constituting a property nuisance as defined in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code exist in the 17,100 block of Harvest Avenue, Cerritos, including structure exteriors in need of repair and paint and unsightly conditions. May I have a staff report, please?
Thank you. This case will be presented by Kim Ardema, our Senior Code Enforcement Officer.
Chair and members of the commission, this case was initiated on March 17th, 2026, with a notice mailed to the property regarding structure exteriors in need of repair and paint and an unsightly condition on the home, including 2 unpermitted air conditioning units installed on the north side of the residence. Since the initial notification, staff has conducted 5 follow-up inspections and mailed 4 additional notices to the property as detailed in the staff report. The violations have remained throughout the enforcement process. The property was posted for public hearing on July 14th, 2026. An inspection of the property today revealed no compliance, and staff has not had any contact from the property owner. Therefore, staff recommends a resolution be adopted on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions from the commissioners at this time, staff? No. If there's anyone here that would like to speak to this item, it's your opportunity. Please step up to the podium and give us your name, please.
Hello, my name is Ronald Coleman. I am the owner of 17119 Harvest Avenue. I believe that's the property that you are discussing.
Correct.
Okay.
Are you the owner?
I am the owner.
Okay, thank you. Sometimes it's a tenant,
No.
not an owner.
Yeah.
Just like to know. Okay, thank you.
Just for your information, I've been the owner since 1984, and I'm really happy that you guys have this commission because it helps keep up the neighborhood, and I certainly do like that. And I don't like the idea that I am the target of having to make my place look better, and I certainly do want it to look better, and I am in the process of making it look better. Now, the unsightly things that I see there that you had spoken about in the complaint is the 6 by 12 by 16 lumber at the top of the house. And over the years, they have kind of deteriorated. And so I have had a guy to go up there and kind of patch it and paint it, but it needs another coat of patching and painting. And I do want that to look nice because that's the front of the house and it's the neighborhood. The other thing is the air conditioners. I put 2 through-the-wall air conditioners in. One is in the family room, and one is in my garage. And I didn't know that I needed a permit to do that, and I intend to conform and comply with whatever is necessary to be done. If I have to take them out and just put air conditioning in the whole house, I would do that. I would hate to do that because of the expense, because what I have now does cool my house appropriately. And anything else that the city deems that my property needs, I will gladly conform to it because, like I said, I do like living in a neighborhood where the housing looks nice and the city is on top of it, having people to keep it looking nice. So I'm
Thank you.
100% in favor of this commission.
Great, thank you. Anything, Commissioners? I believe we're ready for a resolution.
Thank you. And thank you for coming by. We'll have one of our staff speak with you as far as like next steps as well.
In just a minute or two.
But staff recommends waiving the full reading of and adopting a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission, finding that the property located at the 17100 block of Harvest Avenue does constitute a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.2 of the Cerritos Municipal Code, and setting forth a 30-day abatement period thereon. Thank you.
Do I have a motion from a commissioner?
Move to approve.
Okay, a second?
Second.
Okay. There's a motion and a second to approve the approve the resolution. You can vote.
We are now activating the online voting system. Voting is live. And we have 5 in favor. Motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Lawrence, yeah, he will explain to you what we just did. Now we're back to A, or not back to A, now we're at A, item 6A. Okay. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission finding that conditions constituting a property nuisance as defined in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code exist at the 16,200 block of Estella Avenue in Cerritos, including overgrown vegetation, structure exteriors in need of repair and paint, and trash cans stored in public view. May we have the staff report, please?
Thank you. This case will be presented by Kim Ardema, our Senior Code Enforcement Officer.
Chair and members of the Commission, this case was initiated on February 25th, 2026, with the notice mailed to the property regarding structure exteriors in need of repair and paint, overgrown vegetation, and debris stored in public view. Since the initial notification, staff has conducted 5 follow-up inspections and mailed 4 additional notices to the property as detailed in the staff report. During the course of the case, the debris violation was corrected. However, the remaining violations persisted. The final inspection also revealed trash cans stored in public view. The property was posted for public hearing on July 14th, 2026. An inspection of the property today revealed compliance with relocating the trash cans. However, the remaining violations continue to exist. Staff has not had any contact from the property owner. Therefore, staff recommends a resolution be adopted on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions of staff? None? Open the public hearing, which I forgot to do for the other two. And is there anyone who wishes to address this item? Seeing no one, close the public hearing. I believe we're ready for a resolution.
Thank you. Staff recommends waiving the full reading of and adopting a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located at the 16200 block of Estella Avenue does constitute a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 30-day abatement period thereon.
Is there a motion to that effect?
So move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All righty, we are now activating the online voting system. Voting is live. 5 in favor, the motion carries.
I should have mentioned this. It won't change anything. But also when I went by, and probably everybody else, there's like bright green paper in the front windows. Okay. I figured you knew about it. Yes. Item 6B, as in boy. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission finding that conditions constituting a property nuisance as defined in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code exist in the 17,900 block of Fay Circle, Cerritos, including a lack of landscape maintenance and structure exteriors in need of repair and paint. May we have a staff report, please?
Thank you. This case will be presented by Kim Ardema, our Senior Code Enforcement Officer.
Chair and members of the Commission, this case was initiated on March 11th, 2026, with a notice mailed to the property regarding structure exteriors in need of repair and paint and a lack of landscape maintenance. Since the initial notification, staff has conducted 5 follow-up inspections and mailed 4 additional notices to the property as detailed in the staff report. The property was posted for public hearing on July 14th, 2026. On July 15th, staff was contacted by the property owner and her daughter regarding the notices. Staff explained the public hearing process and requested a plan and timeframe for correcting the violations. However, they declined to provide one. Staff also provided information regarding paint color approval through the Community Development Department. An inspection of the property today revealed no compliance, and staff has not had any further contact from the property owner. Therefore, staff recommends a resolution be adopted on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions from the commissioners? No. At this time, I'll open the public hearing. Is anybody here that would like to address this item? Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing, and I think we're ready for a resolution.
Thank you. Staff recommends waiving full reading of and adopting a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission, finding that the property located at the 17900 block of Fay Circle does constitute a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 30-day abatement period thereon. Thank you.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Time to vote.
We are activating the online voting system. Voting is live. 5 in favor, the motion carries.
Our next item is item 6D, as in dog. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission, finding that conditions constituting a property nuisance as defined in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code exists in the 19,400 block of Sheryl Circle, Cerritos, including a lack of landscape maintenance, trash cans stored in public view, and visible debris. And may we have a staff report?
Thank you. This case will be presented by Kim Ardema, our Senior Code Enforcement Officer.
Chair and members of the commission, this case was initiated on May 5th, 2026, with a notice mailed to the property regarding a lack of landscape maintenance and trash cans and debris stored in public view. Since the initial notification, staff has conducted 6 follow-up inspections and mailed 5 additional notices to the property as detailed in the staff report. During the course of the case, staff also received 3 additional complaints from neighbors, from neighboring residents regarding the continued landscape maintenance violations. The property was posted for public hearing on July 14th, 2026. An inspection of the property today revealed no compliance, and staff has not had any contact from the property owner. Therefore, staff recommends a resolution be adopted on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Go right ahead. Yes.
Is the property unoccupied?
It seems that way, but I haven't had any contact to verify anything on the property. Yeah, nothing's moved.
Yeah, we noticed that too.
Are we also looking at the gate on the left side?
The see-through gates?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the debris which got cut off on the picture that ended up in the report, but there's debris behind the gate and also weeds and things of that nature as well.
The fact that they have see-through gates, which is not allowed. Okay. I'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone here who would like to address this item? Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing at this time. Any further questions or comments? Okay. We're ready for resolution.
Thank you. Staff recommends waiving a full reading of and adopting a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located at the 19400 block of Sheryl Circle does constitute a property nuisance set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 7-day abatement period thereon. Thank you.
Can I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. We can vote.
We are now activating the online voting system. Voting is live. And we have 5 in favor. The motion carries.
Okay.
We'll now be on 6F.
That's right. I don't have either. Item 6F. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission finding that conditions constituting a property nuisance as defined in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code exist in the 17,400 block of Linda Way, Cerritos, including trash cans stored in public view, visible debris, a lack of landscape maintenance, and structure exteriors in need of repair and paint. I have a staff report, please.
Thank you. This case will be presented by Brian Lane, Code Enforcement Officer.
Chair and members of the commission. This case was initiated on April 27, 2026, with a notice mailed to the property regarding a lack of landscape maintenance and the south wall in need of repair. Since the initial inspection, staff has conducted 3 additional inspections and mailed 2 additional notices to the property as detailed in the staff report, with the additional observations of trash cans and debris stored in public view. It should be noted the initial letter sent to the property was returned undeliverable by the post office. The property was posted for public hearing on July 14, 2026. An inspection of the property today revealed no compliance, and staff has not been contacted by the homeowner. Therefore, staff recommends to adopt a resolution on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions of staff? Seeing none, I will open the public hearing at this time. If anybody wishes to address this item, please step forward and give your name. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. I believe we're ready for a resolution.
Thank you. Staff recommends waiving the full reading of and adopting a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located at the 17400 block of Linda Way does constitute a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 30-day abatement period thereon. Thank you.
Do you have a motion?
I'll move the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
We are now activating the online voting system. Voting is live. And we have 5 in favor. The motion carries.
Next, we have item 6G. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission finding that conditions constituting a property nuisance as defined in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code exist in the 13,100 block of Sutton Street, Cerritos, including trash cans stored in public view and a lack of landscape maintenance. May we have a staff report, please?
Thank you. This staff report will be presented by Brian Lane, Code Enforcement Officer.
Chair and members of the commission, this case was initiated on April 16, 2026, with a notice mailed to the property owner regarding trash cans stored in public view and a lack of landscape maintenance on the front yard and the parkway. Since the initial notification, staff has inspected the property 5 times and sent 2 additional notices to the property and contacted the real estate agent by phone to advise of the violations as detailed in the staff report. The trash cans have been stored in public view on some inspections and out of view on others, but the landscape maintenance violation has remained on all inspections. The property was posted for public hearing on July 14, 2026. An inspection of the property today revealed no visible trash cans, however, the landscape maintenance violation remained. Staff has not had any further contact from anyone associated with the property, therefore staff recommends to adopt a resolution on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions of staff at this time? I will open the public hearing. If there's anyone that would like to address this item, please step forward. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing, and I believe we're ready for a resolution.
Thank you. Staff recommends waiving the full reading of and adopting a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission, finding that the property located at the 13100 block of Sutton Street does constitute a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code, and setting forth a 7-day abatement period thereon.
Make
Do I
the
have-
motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, thank you.
We are activating the online voting system. Voting is live. And we have 5 in favor. The motion carries.
6H, review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission, finding that conditions constituting a property nuisance as defined in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code exist in the 12,500 block of Bryce Circle, Cerritos, including a lack of landscape maintenance, overgrown vegetation, and dying vegetation. May we have a staff report, please?
Thank you. This case will be presented by Darnell Jerry, Code Enforcement Officer.
Chair and members of the commission, this case was initiated following the initial inspection of the property on March 16, 2026, where staff observed a lack of landscape maintenance, overgrown vegetation, and also dying vegetation. Following the initial inspection, staff sent the first notification to the property owner on March 17, 2026. Since the initial inspection, staff conducted a total of 5 additional inspections and mailed 3 notification letters to the property owner as detailed in the staff report. The Property Preservation Commission public hearing notice was posted on July 14, 2026. Since the posting of the public hearing notice, the property owner came to the counter on July 27th to discuss the Property Preservation Commission hearing, progress made, and the condition of the landscape. The property owner explained the pine tree sheddings made the lawn difficult to maintain and stated that she previously requested removal of the parkway pine trees. Staff informed the property owner that she remained responsible for maintaining the property in the meantime. The property owner also discussed stored tree pieces related to tree removal and was advised that with communication in progress, additional time may be provided. An inspection today revealed the lack of landscape maintenance and dying vegetation remained. Therefore, staff recommends a resolution to be adopted on this property. This concludes my report and will be happy to answer any questions.
Do we have any questions or comments from the commissioners? Seeing none at this time, I'll open the public hearing. If anybody wishes to address this item, please step forward. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. And I believe at this time we're ready for a resolution.
Thank you. Staff recommends waiving the full reading of and adopting a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission, finding that the property located at the 12,500 block of Bryce Circle does constitute a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 14-day abatement period thereon. Thank you.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
I make the motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
We are activating the online voting system. Voting is live. 5 in favor, the motion carries.
And our last public hearing item for the evening, 6I, review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission, finding that conditions constituting a property nuisance, as defined in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code, exist in the 17,100 block of Eli Avenue, Cerritos, including visible debris and structure exteriors in need of repair and paint. May we have a staff report, please?
Thank you. This case will be presented by Darnell Jerry, our code enforcement officer.
Chair and members of the commission, this case was initiated following an initial inspection of the property on February 24th, 2026, where staff observed visible debris and a damaged north side gate in need of repair or replacement. Following the initial inspection, staff sent the first notification to the property owner on February 26th, 2026. Since the initial inspection, staff conducted a total of 5 additional inspections and mailed 5 notification letters to the property owner as detailed in the staff report. The Property Preservation Commission public hearing notice was posted on July 14th, 2026. Since the posting of the public hearing notice, the property owner contacted staff by phone on July 24th, 2026, and stated that progress had been made on the visible debris, but that additional time would be needed to repair the side gate. The property owner stated that caregiving responsibilities had prevented her from addressing the property violations sooner and requested a call back. An inspection today revealed the debris remained visible and the damage to the north side gate was still in need of repair. Therefore, staff recommends a resolution to adopt on this property. This includes my report and will be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions from the commissioners? I have one question. The last item on the report is dated May 8th. Have there been further inspections? I know you said it, but that's like a couple of almost 3 months ago. Is there more update here?
Let me double check for you.
I know you weren't able to do stuff in June, but I'm just
At least for my inspections, yeah, that was the last one that I did in May, and of course I was gone for most of June. But with our sort of inspections to make sure it was still up to date for PPC, just the inspections that I've done more recently to make sure it remained for the report.
Okay.
But my final report in regards, at least in the process of getting to this point, was yes, at the top of May.
Okay, thank you. Yes, there was any. At this time, I will open the public hearing. Is there anyone here who would like to address this item? Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. And unless there are any other questions or comments, I think we're ready for a resolution.
Thank you. Staff recommends waiving the full reading of and adopting a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission, finding that the property located at the 17100 block of Eli Avenue does constitute a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code, and setting forth a 21-day abatement period thereon. Thank you.
May I have a motion?
So move.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. We're ready to vote.
We are now activating the online voting system. Voting is live. We have 5 in favor. The motion carries.
Thank you. Are there any reports from the commission staff liaison?
Yes, thank you. Actually, I have a quick one. Thank you, Chair. As the commission may have noticed during tonight's meeting, staff has made a slight revision to the format of our inspector reports. The complete staff report, including the case history, inspection findings, photographs, and supporting documentation, will continue to be included in the agenda packet and remain part of the administrative record for the commission's consideration. And then going forward, staff will provide a brief summary of the enforcement history as detailed in the staff report, and then we'll focus primarily on material developments that have occurred since the agenda was published. And this will allow the commission to receive the most current information available regarding the property's compliance status before taking action. And as always, if the commission would like additional information on any aspect of the case, staff is happy to provide further detail. Thank you.
Okay. Anything from commissioners? No? Brian? No? This side? No? Eric? No? Yeah, now our next regularly scheduled meeting, I think, well, would staff like to inform the public that for the near future, unless something changes, we will not be meeting again till October because the city council has adopted, except for planning commission, that all other commissions and committees will only be meeting quarterly. But if something should come up that needs to be handled faster, a special meeting can be ordered. For my particular interest is property preservation, because I believe we have to do things in a timely manner and to get things taken care of as fast as possible. I do think quarterly is not the way to do it. And so it could be a special meeting, which means the public has to sort of be on top of it a little more. The city, of course, would send out notifications of meetings like they always do. So right now we're not scheduled until October 26th, but that could change. Probably wouldn't have a meeting in August, I would doubt, but there is a possibility, perhaps, depending. The staff is always out there checking on these properties. They are doing a great job. And if too many properties come up that need a hearing faster or action to come to the commission way before then, I am sure that it will be decided with the input of the staff to have a meeting sooner than October 26th. Am I correct about that?
Correct. If the need is there and if and we have the approval with city manager and council, then we could always schedule a special meeting.
Okay. Because right now I went and looked to see from going back to, we don't meet in December just because our meetings are the last Tuesday of the month. So that always falls between basically Christmas and New Year's. So we only meet 11 times a year. But I went back to last August and I looked to see how many hearings we had from last August through today. And that was a total of 62 hearings. And if we were only to meet quarterly, we would have 15 or 16 hearings at a meeting, which to me is too much. Bi-monthly, that's a lot less, and that would be closer to what we have now. So it's just my input, my comment. Right now, we're scheduled for October 26th, subject to something else.
Just to clarify too, it'll be October 27th is the next scheduled meeting, not Tuesday.
I must look at a calendar incorrectly. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I did. Okay, I was looking at the right year. I know that. Okay, thank you. October 27th is our next regularly scheduled meeting, but there could be a special meeting before that if it's, okay. Well, I had October 26th question mark. There was a reason I had a question mark, but it wasn't that one. I think that's it. In case nobody else has anything, then the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.